This is I Heard a Fly Buzz When I Died by Emily Dickinson. I heard a fly buzz when I died. The stillness in the room was like the stillness in the air between the heaves of storm. The eyes around had wrung them dry, and breaths were gathering firm for that last onset when the king be witnessed in the room. I willed my keepsakes, signed away what portion of me be assignable, and then it was there interposed a fly, with blue, uncertain, stumbling buzz between the light and me, and then the windows failed, and then I could not see to see. Emily Dickinson was notably fascinated with the idea of death throughout her life, and especially in her poetry. And so here's an example of her writing about death and the experience of death, and this sort of mundane presence of a fly at this otherwise really dramatic moment in a person's life. Right, so if we break down stanza by stanza, I heard a fly buzz when I died. Right, the stillness in the room was like the stillness in the air between the heaves of a storm. So she's setting up this really dramatic scene, right, of this person dying, and there's this still room that the speaker is in. Eyes around had wrung them dry, and breaths were gathering firm for the last onset. So the dying person is surrounded by loved ones, it sounds like, and they're just crying, right? The eyes had wrung dry, so all of these tears. It's such a dramatic, sad moment. When the king be witnessed, the king in this instance, right? Thinking about like the religious undertones of a lot of poetry from this age, must think that that's probably a reference to God. So they're expecting to see like right this sort of divine presence in the room, but of course then instead what there is a fly. I willed my keepsakes, signed away what portion of me may be assignable. So basically, this person is prepared for death, right? They've got a will, they've given away all of their items, and so everything is all in perfect order, except then there was a fly. And in the end, death comes in the form of a fly rather than in this sort of grand um, divine presence. This blue, uncertain, stumbling buzz between the light and me. So, right, yes, idea of going into the light, right? Well, the fly comes between the speaker and the light instead. The windows failed, and then I could not see to see. So the speaker has died at this point. Can't see to see, then you must be dead. Um, but it's the fly, right? It's the fly that is there and is the last thing that the speaker sees is sort of bringing on death rather than anything particularly divine. So Dickinson notably sort of struggled with religion and how to approach religion in her life, and then this is definitely one of those poems that addresses some of that as well in her writing.